Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Sorry, we're just a tad late. It's nice to see you all. Susan, it's wonderful to be back with you.
Good to see you too.
Um, Thank you, dear. We were just talking about the standoff yesterday in Colleyville, Texas, where a fellow went into a mosque, not a mosque, I'm so sorry, into a synagogue and was holding the rabbi and some other congregants because it was a holy day, apparently. And most people were on
Uh-oh, I think we lost Allie for a minute. Hopefully. Is she going to come back? That sounds rather ominous. Well, she'll come back. Allie is a professional at this, and she always comes back. So good to see you guys. We were just talking about this thing that happened yesterday. I don't know much about it because I was super busy with readings yesterday. And I think she wanted to bring up the fact that we maybe we all just need to lift everybody up. It just seems like we came out of the 1st of January with a little bit of that activation energy, and we had hopes. And I feel like we're sort of getting tired again. It's sort of like maybe things are getting heavy again for everyone. So maybe what we need to do is just, yeah, right. Chris, feeling foggy and adrift, tired, right? Me too. And I was just talking to somebody yesterday in a reading about this, that kids, especially kids, here she comes. Kids, people are feeling this way. They're feeling like there's not a lot of hope. Like, it used to be you got a degree or you got a trade and you had a life and you had money and you could go on vacation and none
just
of that.
Get out of the house.
It's like they're just hamsters on a wheel and they never get to go on vacation. They never see the pluses. Why am I doing all this? So people are just like, I'm not going to do it. So I think that has something to do with it.
I agree with you. And there's an old myth of Sisyphus rolling a rock up a hill every day and having it come back down every night, knowing he has to roll it up. You got to have more than a rock to roll up a hill every day. So I agree. We need to, I guess we need to send a lot of light and love. Maybe it was his mother he wanted to get out of jail or because she's in prison for terrorism. So maybe it is. I don't know for sure. Yeah. But just horrible. But I'm glad everybody's okay. So
I'm glad everybody's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, I don't know what's wrong with my internet. Sometimes, I think that the guides and the spirits say, let's not talk about that. I'll get rid of you for a while. I'm listening.
It happened to me.
Yep. I do want to recognize and welcome all of you who are here today in the chat and thank you so much for coming by like you do every Sunday and bringing us beautiful energies and love and light. We do take our questions for the week from my community board at Heart and Soul Connected. And I did post that I'm taking questions now for next Sunday. Okay. So I did put up the link and you can go there if you wish, if you've got a fresh question in your mind you want to post. All right. So I do have Pamela Benetek, maybe. I love this question. Please explain Men in Black, Shadow People, and Hat Men. Ooh, I keep hearing
that's a heavy thing. I wasn't expecting that this morning. Let me ask, because I don't know. I mean, I don't know the answer to any of these questions. I mean, I'm going to tell you that they're real. I mean, they're mostly real. So that's the first thing. What is their purpose? What is their purpose? This is going to take me a minute. This is like...
You take your time.
What is their purpose? Time travelers. Has to do with time. It has to do with timelines.
Ooh.
And time travel. So I'm not a sci-fi person. Like, swear to God, you guys have never even watched Star Wars.
Me either.
But the thing is that stuff is real. It really does. It can inform us, right? So there's something here about timelines and time travel. We know from physics that, come on, time is not what humans think it is.
Right.
that there are certainly black holes. We know all this stuff. But what is their purpose? It has to do with time and time. Like when a timeline, well, they're saying timelines aren't linear. They don't run
Right.
like this, like they can, intermix. And then we have, that's when we start having problems. Oh, right. Okay. Hold on. They're talking to me. Oh man, this is a heavy topic. I mean, I could talk for an hour about this. To be honest with you, because I did meet these people once I was trying to help a client with a rather unique situation with a time traveler. I'm telling you, this is a big, long topic. And I can't just go into it because you're going to have a lot of questions and it's not going to make any sense. But let's just say, let's leave it at this. Let's say that and maybe Allie wants to do a show. Maybe what you want to do is bring 3 psychics on and have everybody have their own take on it and have a discussion about it, like we did aliens that time.
Yeah.
Because this is a really deep, big thing, and we're not going to be able to read anybody if I go into this. But let's just leave it to the fact that they're from another dimension. They're time travelers. And I want to say, the only thing I want to say is that I'm getting this impression that they're sticking their head in where it doesn't belong. They're butting in where they don't belong. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I know about this. How do you respond to them? You call in help. That's what I did. When they appeared in this situation where they didn't belong, I called in help and they showed up instead. I called in for the light. You know what I mean? Always go to the light. And I had a different type of entity come in. And as soon as that other entity came in, they left. I'm pretty sure I did a video about this, actually.
Okay.
Maybe I did. I don't know. Everything is so I don't know. But that's the thing. Call in the light. Do not talk to them. They're not who they say they are. And they're putting their butts where they're butting in where they don't belong.
It's interesting, since the veil is thinning so much that we're seeing them and we're being able to feel their energies.
Every day I have people coming to me with stuff and I'm like, I'm not ready for this. I thought I had more time to prepare myself and to prepare you guys, but apparently I don't. So everybody's having more and more experiences and more. We
are. And I'm glad you brought the topic up. Let's I might be able to get Karen Sage Healers, who is now doing interdimensional. Maybe we can get Dr. Gale. Maybe we can get some people on.
That would be fascinating. And I think that would be very helpful.
That would be great. Thank you for the question. I do want to bring this up because Jeffrey, who is also known as Ripe Color, lost everything in a house fire. And he lived in that and also did all his art, and all his art was there. I'm not sure who's doing it, but if it's 9 p.m. tonight, is that Eastern time, Gina? Do you know? It would be wonderful if everybody could support him in some way. And he's lived there, he said, when I interviewed him many weeks ago, he said he's lived there pretty much his whole life. So if everything is in there from your whole life.
I don't know how
Yeah.
And we're a lot of people. If we all just gave him $5, each of us just gave $5, it would really add up to quite a significant sum.
Correct. Anything you can do would be great for Jeffrey. Anything, prayer, love sent, anything. If you don't have any money, of course. Is Karen doing it? Okay, so it's Karen who does Interdimensional Healing Channel. She's doing it. Is that right, Ron? Is that right? I think so. Okay.
Ron, will you put her channel, if you don't mind? If you could put her channel link or something, that'd be super.
Put channel link up for, would you? Yep. Thank you very much. Thank you for bringing that to my attention.
Yes.
Also, I want to say that anybody in the chat who has just recently either contracted COVID or is moving through it, like Medium Kim, send love and light to them too. Okay, already donated from Celtic Tarot. Okay, good. Doesn't matter where you do it. It's just wonderful.
It doesn't
did
matter.
it. Thank you so much. Okay, this is from Kim C. And she says, I got an eviction notice Friday, she meant last Friday, out of the blue. Does the landlord just want to increase rent or remove me? She's been there 9 years with no problems. Will I be there in a better home by June?
Right. So the first thing I did was take a deep breath and let it out. So that's the first thing they're telling me, Kim, that you've got to just take a deep breath and just let it out, right? You're holding your breath, you're holding a lot of energy and tension in your breathing, and that's natural. Of course, anybody would, but it's not helpful. So let's just take a deep breath in and release it and know that your spirit guides and angels have got your back. So the answer to your question is he wants you out of there. I don't know what his or what the whether it's a woman or a man. I don't know what the landlord's deal is. I mean, it seems like maybe they're going to do a renovation and then jack the rent up. Like I feel like they did the numbers, and if they did $2,000 renovation in the kitchen or something, they could get that much more a year and then be ahead. So they need you out to do the renovation. Try not to take it personally. I know it's hard to not take it personally because this is your home. I mean, people don't understand that just because you're renting doesn't mean you don't think it's your home. It is your home when you've been there for 9 years. But you're going to have to go. And yes, you're going to find a better place. Okay, so let me give you a little bit of some things that Spirit wants to talk to you about. This, I'm not saying this is easy. I'm terribly sorry this is happening to you. Okay. In the end, you're going to feel lighter, brighter, and happier. Okay. Lighter, brighter, and happier. Lighter because you're going to go through and get rid of stuff. You're just going to, stuff has been holding you down energetically. You're not aware of it, but it has. Getting rid of extra stuff is going to make you feel lighter. The new place you're going to is brighter. It has more light. It's not as dark. It's not as cluttered, or I don't know. Your place feels like it's, got lots of rooms or something. This place just feels lighter and more open. I feel like windows and light is really important for you. I don't know if you have plants, but I see plants. I see house plants. I see plants and windows. I see a little balcony or a little outdoor space. In the end, yes, it's a better thing for you. Moving is a pain in the royal backside for everybody, especially when you've been somewhere for 9 years. But try to just put your head down, take your deep breaths, and just, it's like medicine. You got to take it. You got to do it, but you're going to come out on the other end, and it's going to be a lot better for you.
That's awesome.
What did you get, dear?
I got fragments. Look at the fragments. You just, you have all these things that are sort of up in the air, but look at your hand.
Look at the third eye in the hand.
Yeah. Third eye is in the hand. It's in your hands.
You're reaching out.
In your hands. Yep. And reaching out. The other thing I just intuitively thought of was many times if we're meant to move on or we're meant to go somewhere else and we don't, the universe does it to us. It intervenes and says, okay, yep, you're too stuck. You got to go. Yep.
It does like that. Flicks you off.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's happened to me many times. Or if I say, oh, I really need to move, or I really need to do this, or I really need to do that. And then the universe says, yeah, you should. So when are you going to do it? Yeah.
Let's help her. Let's help Allie and Susan.
They're
doing it to me. They're doing it to me right now. And you start to see it, little glimpses of their machinations. You see little, you get like an email out of the blue, or you get you see an ad for something, or you get an idea. And if you start connecting all those dots, you can see how your spirit guides are sort of telling you.
I've been telling you for weeks. What's the matter with you? Boom. We're gonna hit you over the head.
Yeah, something's coming. You could probably do this on your own, or we can help you. So, but Kim, I'm
certainly we're sorry this is happening to you, because it does make you feel like, what did I do? You
didn't do anything, honey.
You didn't do anything.
But it offers up. It's going to be better for you. I'm telling you, 3 years from now, 2 years from now, they're saying 18 months to 2 years from now, you're going to be like, oh my God, you even feel better. I feel like this place you're living, You have allergies, breathing, right? They brought me back to your breathing. I think there's some
Wow.
issues in this place. I just think you're going to be better all the way
Yeah.
around.
Yeah. Once you're over the
get
shock,
through
and I
the-
know that you've been in,
once
initially.
you get through the shock and the
Yep.
the pain of moving.
Connie Brown, I will certainly put this up to pray for your eldest son, Tommy, and granddaughter in quarantine. I hope all works out well. I am so sorry that you are enduring this, or he is too. I know it's very difficult, so I want to send the love out to you.
I'm feeling a lot of strength.
Good.
So that's good.
That's good. The other thing is, Flowing put up the Interdimensional Awakening link for the show tonight. You do not have to go to that. You could go to PayPal. There are some other things that are out there if you can't make it. I just want you to know. But thank you for everybody for your kindness and concern, because he's a great guy. We're all great people. So
Yeah,
we
but we
try.
have a great community. What we have is an amazing community that circles the wagons and helps each other when we're down. So that's the beautiful thing about being.
That is the beautiful thing. So all people have to do is ask, and we're here to do what we can. Yeah.
Whether it's like Ali said, sending light prayers or sending $5 or whatever you can. It doesn't have to cost anything. It can be emotional and prayers.
Because I think he can feel it. Like I know I've been able to feel it when I have been pretty low. I can feel the love. So, and I feel the love all the time. But yeah, thank you. Okay, so Joanne Sanchez is thinking of retiring at the end of March. Will I be okay financially? I'm 66, my husband's 79, and I need to spend time with him because he's not healthy. That's a great thing to do.
I mean, Spirit is saying no. I'm so sorry. I wish I could say yes. So I'm gonna go back to them and say, like, what's up? Like what's the problem here? They just keep saying you need to work a little bit longer. They're not talking about years. They're even just talking about 3 or 6 months. What is there? Have you done the math right? Right? Is there go back and check your math. Is there something that if you work a little bit longer, if that's not the case, then I feel like there's some durable medical equipment that you might need to buy that you don't know about yet. And if you worked until June or July or August, those paychecks would pay for that medical equipment. So I just feel like something is coming this summer that having that paycheck would make a difference. So I don't think you need to work even to September, but I do think you need to work a few months longer.
So I'm thinking to myself, if you're 66, you have to be 66 in, well, for me, it was 2 months to get Social Security. I think it goes up, over time to 3 months, 4 months, whatever. Make sure that's all set too. Although your husband probably has it. The other thing is, I don't know, when Susan said that about check your math, I was wondering if you had some kind of a retirement plan at your work, that maybe if you waited X amount more time, like Susan said, that you would. And so I'm being told to take a deep breath. We're doing a lot of that today, but that's okay. Yeah. Taking a deep breath and waiting. Don't jump the gun. That's what I got.
I think Allie's got a good point. What if you have a retirement plan, if you went back to the administrator and said, what if I stayed till August? You might find that something is exponential, that it like does some weird thing. I don't know. It's just a few months, dear. I feel like there's expenses coming, and I don't want you to retire at the end of March and then get hit with something and be like, oh my God. Now, let me also say, it's not the end of the world. You're not going to go bankrupt or anything like that. That's not the case. It's just that
it would be easier.
Wait a little bit longer, it would be easier for you. That money would be needed, and it would make you less stressed out.
Yep. And that's why I still work full time, because I'm 66 as well. And I just feel like it's too soon for me, but that's not for everybody. So I wish you well and send you lots of love And yes, I think spending time with your husband is vital. Yes.
I think that's great too. That's what they're saying. Just a little bit longer, not years, not a year, even just a little bit.
I want to just say also that Mercury went into retrograde 2 days ago, something like that. So be careful with your communications. Be careful. I mean, we already got Louis DeJoy running the mail still for some reason. You might have lost mail, dropping things, whatever it is. Be careful. Be careful. All right.
Contracts. Also, yeah.
Don't sign any contracts. That's right. Don't buy a house right now. Don't buy anything electrical.
And just be really careful. If you have to, you have to, but just be very careful. Be more careful than normal.
They do.
Okay. Alicia.
All right. So Alicia Trillo, she actually had a lot of really sad emojis, and I'm so sorry for your loss of your friend Randy. And so let's see what we can discern here today.
Okay, I feel like he's here. He knows how sad you are. He's but he want this. You're really, this has triggered you. It's. I mean, you're terribly sad about Randy, but it's something else. It's triggered something else in you, and I think you know this on some level. That it's triggered some other feelings for you, okay? But he understands. He says he loves you. Were you like a sister to him? I don't know why he's giving me that impression that you were almost like a sister to him. And he's saying he's okay. He's saying, again, they often want to talk about the journey. Like, it's okay, I made it. Like I made it. And he's fine. He's there with a woman. I don't know if this is his mother. It feels like his mother. If it's not his mother, it's an aunt. It's somebody who feels motherly to him. And he's safe and sound. He's fine. He loves you. He misses you. He says he's sort of making a little bit of a joke about some corsages. Did you know him back in the prom days of high school or something? Or I don't know. He's talking about blue corsages, like the kind in the 70s that guys used to wear, and they were tinted blue. You remember, Allie?
I do.
All about this, right?
They're called boutonnieres, right?
Yeah. Boutonnieres, and a wide lapel. I don't know what he's talking about. But he's talking about that. I think he's trying to make you laugh. And you might not have known him then. It could be that you have a picture of him, or he showed you a picture, or that there is a picture that was played at the funeral or I don't know. He's calling it like a reception. Anyway. Wow. He knows he doesn't have long to talk to you. He's also talking about, I don't even know if you're in the chat or not. He's talking also about a swing set, swinging on a swing set. These things make me think that maybe you guys grew up together, but it could also just be a metaphor for enjoying life, right?
Enjoying life.
My guides have started telling people, go to the park and swing on the swing set, right? Go back to when you were 8. Why not? No one is using the darn swing sets. Just go sit on it and feel, weightless, right? Because we all feel so heavy, feel weightless. I think he might be telling you to just go and kind of get in touch with that little girl again and be okay. Know that he's okay. He loves you. He respects you. What is he saying? He honored your wishes, or you honored his wishes? Somebody honored each other's wishes. Let's talk about that. Somebody honoring wishes. You honored his wishes. Maybe you honored his wishes. I'm not sure, dear. Hopefully this stuff is making sense to you when people aren't in the chat. It's hard for me to connect
I know.
to a crossed over loved one when I don't have someone to connect
Someone
to,
there.
connect
Right.
to them. So I'm just connecting to your name and wherever you are in this planet, which is much harder. So hopefully that makes sense. And he just sends us love, and he knows that he's okay, and he feels the love. He wants to say he feels your love.
So I got the card repetition, and when I look at the sort of a person in the corner that's in anguish, and look at the different phases of the moon are right there as well. And I'm guessing that, you're going to get over that. It's right now, it feels repetition. There are times you remember and you cry, but you're making way for opening, and maybe be able to talk to him directly. Check your dreams. Check your dreams, he says.
Check your dreams. Good. Yeah. Fantastic.
I happened to see a guy at the park with the swings pushing his cat, and the cat just sat there, and oh my God, it made me so happy. It just made me happy. My dogs would never do that. I can't imagine a cat doing that. But yeah, I got that image. That was great. All right. Butterflies are free, aka Sue. Her mother-in-law, Louise, just went into hospice. She wonders if it will be a long, drawn-out process.
You see me just take that big, deep breath and let it out. That's releasing again.
Right.
You guys, everybody in chat, if you're watching this now or later or whenever, just take a deep breath and let it out. For some reason, collectively, we are holding a lot of stress. And it is not helpful to do that. So just release it. It's not yours. Okay. So this stress, Sue, just release this stress and know that you've done a lot. You've done everything you could do. You've worked really hard. I feel like you've worked tirelessly. I feel like you ran down every lead, and then it was like a brick wall, and then you came back and ran down another lead, and it was a brick wall, and then you finally found an opening. But that took a lot of effort for you to run down all of these different quote unquote opportunities or options that you might have had. She is in hospice. You're going to go. It's a new energy now. It's more of, you're not racing against anything. Before there was this energy of racing to get help, racing to find out, racing to get assistance. You're not racing anymore. She's where she's supposed to be. Now it's about going through this next process with honor, with gentle, dignity. That's what it's about. There's not going to be a lot for you to do.
Sue is a special healer. She doesn't call it Reiki. She has some, and I think that would be best used on Mom. Yeah.
And yourself.
Absolutely.
And yourself.
Your husband. And your husband.
And your husband. I don't know. Is it going to be long drawn out? It's going to be longer than you want. I mean, not that you want anybody to cross over, but we don't want people to suffer. We don't want people to hang on unnecessarily. But I feel like it's a gentle, it seems very gentle to me. It doesn't feel arduous. It doesn't feel stressful.
I had the wrong person. Butterfly Kisses is Sue. This is Butterfly Free. I apologize.
Butterfly. That's what I thought. I thought Butterfly.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Thank you for letting me know.
Okay. Yes. It still doesn't matter. I'm reading her mother. But I feel like it's a gentle thing. I honestly feel like it's gentle. So just let go. Do those breathing where you just relax and you let go. Know that she's in the hands of the hospice care. You tend to be a little bit of a manager, checking to make sure this is done, checking to make sure this is done. Relax. You've got to relax. You've got to let go a little bit. Okay. There's nothing else for you to do here. You're not in control. So try to allow it to just happen. And it's going to be a little longer than you think, but it's not going to be It's not going to be a year. I mean, you can graduate out of hospice and get signed. I mean, my dad was in hospice for a year. So
wow. I've never heard it go that long. Wow.
yeah, you get, well, you know what, they find ways to get the government to pay for hospice when there's not hospice needed. And then so the government
I
says, well,
see.
you've exhausted everything. The patient gets kicked out, and then 3 months later they're back in hospice for the real time. So it kind of depends. I'm thinking
She is here.
4 or 5 months. I'm thinking 4 or 5 months.
Okay.
Just try to relax and let go. Try to relax and let
Yeah.
go. A lot of self-care. You have not been taking care of
Mhm.
yourself because this has been like your primary thing. So
Mhm.
get that manicure, get the pedicure. I mean, if you feel safe going out and
Yeah.
getting these things,
Right.
take a walk, do some deep breathing, go get into nature, do things that are safe as well.
Absolutely. I apologize to you, butterflies are free, for thinking you were someone else, but I want you to know that this is what the card that I got, which is Spirit of Gratitude. And I'm feeling as though, look at the way the flower has opened. It's like, the flower wouldn't open up for you. You had to try this, try that, try this. She's in the right place. And it's just a beautiful place. And I believe she's grateful to you. And I know it's hard to be grateful when you have to work so hard at something, but it was worth the efforts. And so Spirit is telling you, yes, take a deep breath and take care of yourself. Absolutely.
Please take care of yourself. She's in the right place. Just like Ali said, it's like she's landed in a soft landing. I feel her being very supported.
Yeah. Yep. Awesome. My brother's girlfriend, who was with him when he transitioned, now is in hospice, and she has ALS, and it's not a good scenario for her. So when I see that, I think to myself of all the people that I've known that have gone into hospice, and I also think of our dear medium Kim and other wonderful healthcare workers who help them during this transition time. So. Thanks. I have a spirit of gratitude toward everybody for doing such things. Yeah. Okay. We have our dear Stacy Starr, who is here today.
Hi.
She'd like to know about the money.
Yeah.
Hi, Carla. Thank you for your donation. You're such a sweetheart. Thank you.
Carla. That's so sweet of you.
Uh-huh.
Stacy, let me concentrate on you and your money. Okay. I see. Interesting. What is your right hand? Right, giving. That's not good. Okay, so I saw you not manipulating, but I saw you working the energy with your right hand. Okay, our right hand is giving. I mean, our right hand is giving. Our left hand is receiving. This is our hand that we want to work, right? So you want to think about that, right? So apparently, going into 2022. They want you to be careful about how much you're giving out, right? And really focus on the left hand. So picture your left hand bringing in, right? Because right now I saw your right hand doing this, kind of doing this with the energy, right? Doing something with the energy. That's too much going out, not enough is going in.
And if you are a person that is generous, it's hard not to stay that way, even though we're having such trouble with our supply and what we're doing right now. I mean, I just went to the grocery store because I'm trying to eat fruit and vegetables. And, everyone always says it's more expensive to eat that than it is junk food, which probably is true. But $8 for a little thing of grapes. It was ridiculous. Oh my God. Yeah. And half and half is like being on the Hawaiian Islands. It's like $8 as well. It's terrible. I'm like, look, I'm not there. If I'm there, I'll pay it. I don't want to pay it here, but yeah. So, okay. Here we go. Giving and receiving, depending on, well, maybe it is. I don't know. On your dominant hand.
Let us know, Stacey, what your dominant hand is.
Yeah. Okay. Good. My mom's email. Thank you. And thank you,
Hey,
Medium
Kim.
Kim.
Good to see you.
I'm
I hope
so glad you're feeling
better.
better. Yeah, I'm so glad. Liz, do they feed the
Kim,
grapes to you?
Kim can answer that question too. Butterfly kisses. Both of them are energy healers.
Yeah,
So
that's
Stacy,
true.
what is your dominant hand? So Kim, I saw her doing this energy, which is very unusual for me. I saw
Uh-huh.
Stacy doing this energy with her right hand.
Oh,
It's like she's conjuring, sort of.
she is right-handed, she says. Okay.
So to me, you're giving. I feel like you're expecting some. I feel like you're helping, you're doing, and it's just like a job. You know, we think, oh, we're doing so well, we're really working hard, we're going to get that
Right.
raise, and then we don't get the raise, right? Because
Yeah.
doing doesn't equal receiving. It just doesn't. So we have to be better receivers. I've done a video about this. You have to do better about manifesting
And accepting, especially when it comes to compliments or kindness. It doesn't have to be money.
all
It's
that
like,
with abundance.
yeah, all of that. Yeah.
All of that is abundance. If you can't accept
Absolutely.
a compliment, if you can't
Mhm.
accept a gift, which
Yep.
then your money's going to be harder to come to you than it may be somebody else. Right?
Okay. Yeah. Medium Kim thinks it doesn't matter which hand is the dominant one.
Okay.
I think it has mostly to do with the left hand being spiritual, whether you write or not with it, or it's dominant or not, and the right hand being physical. You know, spiritual, physical. It's usually stated, but you know what? It works for Stacy, she says. So we were right, you know, with regard to hers.
So Stacy, let me just tell everybody in the chat, if you guys want to do 2 things to increase your money, 2 things to increase your money and to increase your love, your abundance, everything. One is a gratitude list. You know, write 50 things you're grateful for every day. 50 things you're grateful for every day for like 10 days. Because I want you to get past the 4 arms, you know, the 4 appendages, the 2 eyes, the 2 ears, you know, all the regular stuff. When you get to the point where you're coming up with things to be grateful for that you're having to search for it, that's when the shift happens.
That's when it happens.
Oh my gosh, I'm grateful for the sky. It's so blue today. You wouldn't even have noticed the sky was blue had you not had to look for something to be grateful for. So then that's when the shift happens and you end up shifting your vibration into gratitude. The other thing, especially for Stacy, but for everybody, mirror work with Louise Hay. I say it all the time because it is the easiest thing and the quickest thing to shift your vibration is to look in the mirror, look in the windows of the soul, which are your eyes, and say, I love you. I love you, Susan. You're an amazing person, Susan. You're magical and beautiful and special and all these things. You're a good mom. You're a good worker. You're a good human.
Yep.
When you can look in the mirror and say all that stuff about yourself to yourself, then you are at the right vibration with your spirit guides, but also with abundance. If you're saying, God, I'm stupid. I wish I hadn't ever taken this job. And I don't know why I keep making all these mistakes. Where are you?
Yeah.
Where is abundance? Where is
Right.
spirit? Spirit loves you no matter what. No matter what. So if you love you no matter what, then you're on that frequency. And all of the good that's supposed to come to you and is lined up in the universe, all those requests you've put out there are lined up, ready to come. And they will start coming to you.
So Larika said when she restarted her gratitude practice, she got a message, there's an unexpected check in the mail. Now that's nice. There you go.
I had something happen to me this morning that is mind-blowing that came in my email box, and it's all because I've been working on my vibration.
For you. Wow. That's great. I love that.
It is.
That's fabulous.
Yes,
and look at this. Put yourself in perfect harmony. I love it. I love it. Yep. Keep that balance going and the music will play. Thank you so
Ron,
much.
You're worthy of love too, Ron. You too. We are all worthy of love, Ron. You too.
All right. So this is backwards. Sorry. Pierrette White saw a video wondering why she used to have menstruation for 3 days every 18 months, 1.5 years apart. a year apart, I'm sorry, would it have been to produce children of not this earth. A spaceship did land on the other side of the street and she lost time. I've heard this before, Pierrette. I have.
Yeah. So the first half of that question was, okay. So it was, thank you. 3 days every 18 months. Yes. Every 18 months. Yeah. Yes. The answer is yes.
Mm-hmm. Wow. There are people that have indicated that this has happened to them, and eventually they've actually seen their children that were, you. Okay.
I didn't have it. It didn't happen like that.
Okay. But it could be different.
I have seen them.
Okay. Wow. Well, yeah, I thought yes immediately too. So, yep. Again, another show that would be valuable for this and the interdimensional stuff. Yeah. All right. This is from Ginny. If I can find it. Okay. Her friend Lauren passed suddenly on December 6th. I'm so sorry, Ginny.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Flowing. Hi, Vivian.
Is Jenny in the chat?
Jenny, you here?
Yeah, I was just saying that it's hard for me to connect.
Jenny is
here. Yay!
Good.
All right,
Good.
Thank you, Jenny. I'm connecting with him. Just give me a minute. I don't know. Lauren is what's going on? Was there some question about his passing? Because usually when people come in kind of slow for me like this, they're either shy, quiet, reserved, or there's a question about their passing. Because he's not. Let's see if I can get him to come a little closer. I feel like he might have had. He's showing me a picture of him laughing, having fun, but then also I feel like I'm doing this, like with my head. So like there's the Lauren that's kind of happy, and then there's the Lauren that's going like this. He's a quiet guy. I don't know if you understand what he passed from, but I feel like he's holding his head. So I think that he could be friendly and laughing to family and friends, to everybody else who is pretty quiet. But because he's a quiet guy, he's not going to just walk right up and start chitter chat. He wasn't a chatter. He's not going to talk a lot. He's talking about his grandmother. I think he's there with his grandmother.
Oh, it might have been a stroke, she says.
Okay. He's there with his grandmother, and he liked his grandmother. His grandmother is babying him, or like taking care of him. What do you call that when you pamper? There's a different word for it, but anyway, his grandmother is, treating him like he's 6 or something, but he's not, of course. But this is on the other side, so he has family. He's there with family. I feel like he had a connection with animals. I feel like there's an animal over there with him that he's showing me. And it honestly, I don't know how much you know about him. If he was a friend of yours, you may not have known him when he was a young boy, but I feel like he's holding something in his hand. It looks like a hamster. It looks like a small animal, maybe something he had when he was a child. I don't know. But I feel like he was a gentle person, a gentle soul, a very sensitive. kind, quiet, reserved, but also kind of open. I feel like he really might have had some abilities, but yeah, kind of nurture and yeah, right. But anyway, he says, I think his mother is here, right? He's talking about his mother being upset. He's very sorry about his family. He's talking about a lot of females. I think he might have a sister, or there's females that are upset here that miss him. I feel like his dad was more serious and didn't quite understand him. Right, wanted him to be more jocular and more athletic or more something, but his mom was very sweet to him. I feel like these women really miss him. He's okay. He's with this grandmother, Tia. Is he Hispanic? Anyway, I don't know. Tia is aunt. I think. He does have dogs. He wants to talk to you with animals around him. So anyway, he's fine. He sends us love. He's really hurt. He's really sorry that his family is agonizing. I mean, they're really grief torn. He's telling me, just really almost inconsolable. So he's terribly sorry about that. He's sorry that he had to go the way he did so quickly. But he's fine. He's perfectly fine.
Well, I got he had a revision, and look, there's animals. There's a little dragon there. With him. But I sense that, and look at the energy all around this person. I sense that a revision was necessary. He felt, and perhaps it was a revision in his exit time. I don't know. Maybe he just felt like he accomplished what he needed to, and he decided to leave at the next available exit. But he is having a hard time because he realizes that probably the other people still here don't understand that. You know, if you had a choice, why would you choose that? Is what he's saying. But he said, I had to make a revision, and that's why I left. So I send you lots of love.
Yeah, Jenny, I'm so
very,
sorry.
very difficult to lose a friend or loved one. Yeah. Yep. Patricia, we did talk about Jeffrey and inform people of what's going on. Yes. Thank you very much. All right. We have Chris Zook. Do you have anything from my brother Pat, shot in 95? Does he remember telling me he had an enlarged heart and wouldn't live past 35? Or did I dream that? She says.
I'm so sorry. That's terrible.
Oh, I'm glad you're here, Interdimensional Awakening, Karen. We told everybody about your fundraiser that you're having. And so thank you very much.
That's a really good thing that Jenny said about this guy's father that we just read on had a prophetic dream, but didn't know it was going to happen 10 years later. That's so interesting. I want to bookmark that, because we have these prophetic visions and dreams, and then we're like terrified, right? Because it's like, it's going to happen right now, but time is completely whacked. It's not the same.
It is.
I talked about that earlier. And so 10 years later, it happened, right? That's why you just have to kind of say a prayer when you have those things, and then just push it out of your consciousness, because we're going to worry about it for 10 years. It's going to ruin your life.
Oh, so, definitely. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You're waiting and waiting and waiting.
Yeah. And you're not living your life. Right. You know what I mean? Like, how is that affecting you living your life? So you kind of have to say a prayer and push it out. It's the same thing here, almost, right? Prophecy. Does he remember telling me he had an enlarged heart and wouldn't live much past 35? Or did I dream that? It doesn't matter. He's saying it doesn't matter if you dreamed it or he told you it was a prophecy. And it's a little bit like what Ali was saying earlier about the revision. Like, we can choose. There's exit points. There's not just one date with your expiration on it. There's multiple opportunities for you to go. And sometimes this can span a few years, honestly. So your brother could have gone out by a enlarged heart had he not gone out by this gunshot wound, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I can promise you that if he went out by a gunshot wound, he had a contract with that person. He's playing a role with that person that shot him. Everything is connected. So yes, he says it did happen. It dream, or he told you, either way, it was prophetic. It was not in reality.
Mm-hmm. There are a lot of people I've heard that really do believe that they know they won't live past a certain period of time. And, you know, I just believe they're more in tune with their purpose than a lot of us are, you know, and perhaps just came here to live a short period of time, or kind of, you know, but yes, you can change your ideas, I think, as you're going along, but I think you can probably do the same thing if you're supposed to live to be 100 and you decide at 84 you want to leave, you know. So yes.
Right. Am I reading this right, Allie? Because I mean, I'm starting to get like a double, like we did last week. Does he remember telling me, is Chris on the other side? Because
No, Chris isn't on the other side.
I mean,
That's
the brother, Pat,
the
is
brother.
Pat on the other side?
Pat's passed away.
Does he remember telling
yeah,
me?
and we've read on him before.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure that I'm reading your question right. Okay.
Yeah. And yes, Romeo's rescuers, she said her late husband always said he'd never live to be 35, and he was right. So I think
it's weird, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. Freddie Mercury did the same thing. He said he knew
Chilling.
he'd never be an old man. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's chilling. It's like they have this knowledge.
It is chilling. Yeah. Yeah. Very chilling. Okay. Thank you very much, Chris. I think Susan's right. It doesn't matter if he said it or not, or you dreamt it or not. It's probably true, you know. All right, Deborah Clark. She has a little black foster cat named Sophie. She wonders if it will be going home with her owner in 5 months after his treatment, or will she be staying with us?
Well, you know what I'm getting is he's going to go. I feel like he's got work to do with this previous owner. I don't think any of us would like that, because I'm not sure that there's something going on with the previous owner, or the owner. But the cat feels like it has to go and work something out. Give this person another chance to do right by it, to learn the lesson. Now, you will obviously tell this person that you'll take the cat at any time, I think. So you're going to be the backup, right? So I think the cat may come back to you eventually, but I think the cat may go back to this owner. I don't think you're going to be happy about it, but
finish the karma.
There's something there's kind of it. Yeah.
I think that's why it really is difficult. I mean, I appreciate people who are foster parents for children and animals. I mean, there's no greater gift that you could give some animal or child than a home that's loved. But it's hard because you're losing them and they're still alive, and you've put some energy in there. So yeah. I wish you well, Deborah.
And thank you for doing that. Yeah.
That's right. We have another one, Beth. She'd like a message from her dog, passed in June. By the way, Beth, every once in a while, Susan has her psychic animal contacts on her channel, and is looking for people who want to, get in touch with their dogs, either telepathically here or on the other side. Keep your eye out for that, because it's a great show.
Yeah, the animal psychics, right? Yeah, it's coming. It might be coming up in a few.
Oh, really? Good. Yeah, let us know on the next show or whenever you're, so we can go there.
Right. So the message from your dog, dear, is that please don't feel guilty. The dog, you didn't miss anything. The dog wanted to The dog is telling me that they didn't want to go to the vet. They didn't want to have treatments. They didn't want to be sick. They didn't want to be sick. They wanted to be healthy. They wanted to be your dog. This dog was your dog. And this dog wanted to be your dog, your companion to the end, not sickly, that you had to care for it. It was really important that this dog be, like the, the dog, the happy dog, the dog that's with you, not a sick dog. It didn't want to be sick. It didn't want to be, it felt that was not its mission. It wanted to be with you, perky, happy, loyal, dedicated to the end. And that's the way the dog wanted it. And so the dog actually covered up some of the symptoms, downplayed the symptoms.
They do that.
Overplayed the happiness, overplayed the spunkiness.
Yep. That dog feels such unity. That's exactly what Susan said. That dog felt such unity with you, and is still watching over you.
Oh yeah,
they're right there with you. Yeah.
In your house. Yeah, in your house.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, we have just a few more, Susan. I think we might just run over just a tad, but let's see. I don't want to go too much. It gets tiring for everyone. Okay, so Debbie Fitzsimmons, I love this question. I'm wondering if a person can be an INFJ, an empath, a light worker, starseed, all at the same time. The answer is yes.
What is an INFJ, you guys?
It's an introvert, something feeling, judging. It's the you can go and have your personality type.
Yeah, I knew. I just didn't know what that particular.
I don't know what the N is. Nurturing, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, an empath and a introvert, very similar. Light workers, yes. They all have various components of each other in them. Now, let me give you an example. They're telling me you couldn't be these things and be a narcissist, right? Right? So there are opposites. If you're asking, there are opposites.
There are. Yep.
These things have more in common than not. They don't understand why you feel. Do you feel not
conflicted?
Whole? Yeah. Do you not feel whole? They're saying look for the common denominators.
Yeah.
And maybe you need to bring your energy together. Maybe you need to bring your energy together with some grounding and releasing. Pull all your energy back into your body.
You're waking the lion here, honey. You're waking the lion. You are all of those things. And look at the two pyramids at the top of the lion's head, and they point to the third eye.
Oh yeah.
You are
strength.
Bringing all of these things to the world. And when you bring those things to the world, you wake the lion in you, and you can be ferocious in your dedication. And yes, I believe that you can be all those things, like you said, but look for what is common in all of these things. And I say it's probably spiritual, somewhat, that, that your spiritual side is needing to be more awakened and understood. So.
And that lion, it's like your strength is on the inside, dear. All of these things mean interior instead of exterior.
Right.
So your strength is on the inside. And that's okay. I think maybe you look at other people and they're outwardly so happy and whatever. And we all look at them and we think, oh, if I had that, I could be more successful or make more money or whatever. Right. But we're very strong, us introverts and empaths, we're really and truly the rocks, the trees. We're the ones that are rooted. We're much stronger, I think, than some of these other personality types.
And do you know how many introverts that are being awakened right now? It's just amazing. Susan was one. There's a lot of other people out there that they're really having a hard time deciding what to do because they're not comfortable necessarily being an extrovert and going on the show and this and that. And so, not that you need to have a show or whatever, but, don't be afraid to bring what's inside outside. Yeah.
Pride. Lions' pride. They want to talk about have pride in what you are.
In what you can offer. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Jenny, I know you are, and you know I am. So, yeah. Yeah.
Don't take exception, Jenny. You're not, you are an extrovert, but you're very grounded. You're a very grounded extrovert.
You are, Jenny.
Yeah.
All right. So Beth Knight, who is here, I've seen her, I believe.
Yes.
And should I get the MRI that my doctor recommended? I think my guides are telling me it's not necessary, although I'm not sure because I have bias about medical debt. Understood. Vivian, you're an introvert? I never would have guessed. Wow. I know Juno is. Sharon.
Beth, I'm getting a lot of information here, to be honest with you. I think what I would do if I were you is do a little bit of a wait and see. You need more information, okay? I would wait and see. That's what I would do. Let's wait a little bit, maybe a month, and then look at it again. I could say more. I don't really want to go into it on YouTube, but I feel like just the best advice is they're giving me is wait and see. It's not a yes or a no. It could very well be that you get one, okay? But it's that you kind of don't have all the information yet. There's still some things that are either changing or being worked on, or there's something that you don't know that's going to be that you're going to learn about that. Instead of the MRI, maybe it's this, or maybe it shifts position. You know what I mean? Because I think what you're picking up on is a waste of an MRI. Like they do the MRI and then they find out, oh, we needed to be over here.
Right. Yes.
And then you're like, well, thanks, but I paid $1,500 for that, right? So wait a little bit. Let these people, there's some information coming.
Context. Look at you need to know the context of it. Like Susan said, it may shift. There may be some reason here. Waiting it really does make sense. It really does. The butterfly is free in there, but you got to know what the context is of this MRI, I think.
But it doesn't mean put it off forever. They're not giving you the carte blanche to say, I don't have to ever get an MRI. They're not saying
That's right. This time, just be careful. Yep.
Yeah, it's just there's some information coming in. Like you might talk to another specialist or a physical therapist or somebody who sheds new light on it. And then you have more information. And that's what we're waiting for, is that little bit more information.
Good. The context. All right. We got Hurricane Force 1. Josh, her son, feels a female energy. She sits on the bed, touches him, lays down beside him.
Freaked me out too.
Yeah.
Good to see you on the channel, dear. Let's see. She sits on the bed, touches him, lays down, but freaked out. Who is she? She follows him from house to house, state to state for about 10 years. Good Lord have mercy. All right. I had a friend that this happened to. She got very close to this woman. I mean, they were like friends. I got to tell you, it's not really healthy, right? It's just not healthy because this is an earthbound energy.
It needs to go.
And she's attached to him, not like bad, but she's attached because they have to move with us. Right. And they'll get on a plane with you, a boat, a car. I mean, they're with you, right? So that's how they travel. So,
God, go to the bathroom with you.
It doesn't feel healthy to me.
Yeah.
There's people on the other side wanting her to cross over. I had this thing. I had a similar thing where I had a past life where I was in the Civil War, and this guy and I on the battlefield swore our allegiance to each other, and we would never let each other die. All that stuff you do when you're about to die. Well, I think I died and he didn't, or something, but he never crossed over, and he's been following me lifetime to lifetime. Every time I reincarnate, he comes. And so he started following me for most of my life, and it freaking me out, honestly. So I finally figured out who he was, and I crossed him over. But this is the same energy. This woman knew your son in another lifetime, and she's like this with him. I mean, like, I'm not ever letting you go. Well, it's not healthy. It doesn't feel healthy. So she needs to be crossed over.
Can he tell her to go away, or that wouldn't do any good?
Well, I mean, it would hurt her feelings.
Oh dear, we wouldn't want to do that now.
I know, but I mean, that's just
I know.
She got her feelings hurt. I'm like, oh, I felt bad for her for a minute. Well, no, he can't. She's just going to follow him around like 20 feet away instead of 1 foot away. I mean, it would be better.
Somebody asked, though, so we could have horrible dead people around us. I'm guessing this is a good energy. I mean, it's not a negative, like you said.
She's
it's
not.
No,
she's not an ex-murderer, but
right.
she has this clingy. Those people that have that clingy, and they just want to get in your energy and cling to you, and you just want to get them off. That's what you have to peel this woman off of him.
Oh.
That is not healthy. That's not a healthy relationship. Okay. So, and it's making him feel some kind of way. I mean, it's making him feel, So, if I were him, I would, or you, dear, because I think you can do this too, and you know me, and you can email me, but, you can bring in this woman. I'm trying to find out who she'll listen to. It's almost like an obsession. She's obsessed with him. That's what it is. It's almost like she's a ghost stalker. I'm trying to find out who she would listen to. When you're obsessed like that, do you listen to people? No. You know what I mean? Like, you don't listen to, you don't. You're like,
well, that's why there are stalkers out there. Yeah, there are people that are stalkers and they know better, but they do. They can't. Yeah.
No one understands their love. That you don't understand how I feel. All that stuff.
Right. So I get here, quieting of the mind.
Call in Archangel Michael.
Yeah. Sit down. Have him sit down and, ask for angelic help. Yeah.
Call in Archangel Michael. She's not going to listen to any of her relatives. You're just going to have to call in the big guns and get help. Yeah. And send it with blessings, right? With blessings and love. Yeah.
Sorry, I have to hurt your feelings, but you need to go now.
Yeah.
With Michael. Yeah.
With that big angel that has a sword.
That's right. Cut the tie that binds you. Yes. Absolutely.
Hope that helps.
We have 2 left. One of them is from a Diana, and she wonders if we have any messages regarding her employment.
What? They just said yes immediately, like yes.
Oh. Something coming, huh?
It was going up. Yes. Like a higher pitch. Yes. Yes. The messages regarding employment feels hopeful. It feels good. Again, back to, if you watch this video, we talked about how to align with our abundance, right? Keep your vibration high so that happy, hopeful yes, you match to it. If you're down here thinking nothing ever works for me, I've got this terrible job, or I lost my job, or I hate my job, or whatever that is, doesn't work. So we got to think, I'm going to get the job, or I'm going to get the money, or I'm going to whatever. Picture yourself already having it. Don't say when it comes to me, or I hope I get it. Picture, do some visualization. Picture yourself already having the job. How are you going to feel?
A burst of magic. Look at that.
Yay.
And look, it's sort of the outline of a woman here.
Oh my God.
And look at the burst over her head.
Beautiful.
It is. So it has to do with your thinking. It has to do with your thinking. You know, what you can say is the most perfect employment opportunity out there that will serve me, that will bring me joy, that will help the most people, that kind of thing. Work with some affirmations. And I think, oh, you're doing that, Joanne, trying to buy a house? Yeah. Put it into that you already have that thing. Don't say, I want it, because the universe will make you wait. Oh, you want it? Oh, but you didn't say when. So, okay, we'll give it to you eventually. So, yeah. All right. So the last one I have is, I don't think we've ever had this. I don't know if you can do any channeling of this entity or not, but I'm going to put it up anyway. Kelly Suds is one of the new people that are here. They just wondered if we had any messages from Jesus. So.
Yeah, I can. He's
Okay.
He's around quite a bit.
He's around.
And I'm not a religious person, but
Yeah.
Jesus is a free agent.
That's right.
So,
he is. Like the
he'll
Buddha
work.
is. Yeah.
They all are.
They all work together.
They're all
Yeah.
whatever.
It's Desmond Tutu and the Dalai Lama, you know? There's no division.
There's no division. Joanne, you have to change that. The universe knows I want it now. You have to change that. That want is not a good thing. The universe knows I'm receiving it. That I'm open to receiving it now. I'm open to receiving it now. And then just imagine receiving. Okay. All right. So messages from Jesus is why all the hate? Why all the pain? Why all the suffering? He's really concerned with suffering right now. There's a lot of suffering on the planet. He wants to talk about the suffering. His people the souls are suffering. He's showing me that all the love is coming down. There's so much love coming down, but it's as if the drops are too small and they go into the bucket and they don't make a difference. That we're looking at the dark and not the light.
Yeah.
We're filling up our bucket. The bucket seems to be the world. It seems to be dark. And all this light is coming down and it's not making any difference. And it's only because we refuse to see the light. We're looking at the dark and not the light. So that's his message.
Until we also realize that we are our brother's keeper, that we are all part of the whole. We're not separate. We are not separate. He says we need to remember, unify. I get the grand symphony here.
Oh my God, that's perfect.
If you have a symphony, you know that you have all kinds of different instruments. And that's exactly what, Susan said about, maybe we're not Christian, but Jesus is for everybody, pretty much. He's a great teacher. He's a great, and he says, we're having a grand symphony. A lot of the instruments are out of tune, and we have to bring them into balance and tune them and make them whole. Beautiful message. Goosebumps from Jesus. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for asking that question.
Yes, thank you. That's wonderful. Back to the gratitude list. Absolutely. And yes, I will mention again, Jeffrey, which we have mentioned throughout the show, lost everything in his home. Someone asked me to shout out to Sinead O'Connor, who just lost her son. What Jesus said is right. We're not seeing the beauty in any of it. And not that that's beautiful, but we have to remember the beauty. So God bless you. God bless you all. Have a wonderful week. Yeah. Have a wonderful week. Grateful for all of you new people that are here too. And know that you can ask questions on my channel page at the community board. Just put it on if you want. We'll get to it. God bless.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank
Bye-bye,
you,
everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.